Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of practicing empathy. Empathy is one of those things that the more you practice it, it'll change your life. Because think about this. Think about someone you know who is very much liked by almost everyone who knows them. Now, I'm willing to bet that this person actually is pretty empathic, that they're someone who utilizes empathy and aim to understand and connect with other people. And that's why they're likable. So the more you practice empathy, the better able you are to connect with other people, and the more others will actually like you and respect you and want to be around you. So it's in your best interest to be more empathic. And by the way, I do use the term empathic instead of empathetic because I don't like how the word got changed somewhere in the 1900s and they put pathetic in there because it's not pathetic to practice empathy. So I always say empathic. But anyway, that aside, it's very much in your interest to practice empathy. So I urge all of you, when you feel yourself wanting to be short with other people or wanting to kind of force your opinions or beliefs on them instead of trying to understand them, take a step back and just breathe. Allow yourself to focus on breathing deeply and slowly in the moment so that you can control acting out in a way that can hurt your relationship with other people. In fact, anytime you feel angry or frustrated or annoyed at other people, practice empathy. Try to understand what it's like to be in the other person's shoes, to be them, to live their life. Because you never know what other people are going through and why they are the way that they are. This, I understand, can be very difficult to practice because of our emotions. They're pretty much the main thing that gets in our own way when it comes to being empathic. Because if somebody pisses us off, the last thing we're going to want to do is try to understand them because, hey, we're pissed off, right? We want to be heard. We want to be seen because they upset us. And we want them to acknowledge that. But you have to let go of all of that because to be empathic means not letting your emotions run you. It means allowing yourself to feel them but not acting on them. So when somebody does frustrate you or upset you, feel frustrated and upset, but don't act on it. Don't start spitting venom at them. Don't start saying hateful things towards them. Don't start doing anything that could hurt your relationship with them if you actually truly care about them. This is what empathy is all about. It's just about trying to understand people and not be so hasty with acting on your emotions. And it's even important to practice this with strangers. I know that you can say that strangers don't really, treating them well doesn't really provide you any benefit, and therefore some people will, for whatever reason, not want to be kind to everyone because they see no value in it. But there is value in it, because when you treat everyone with kindness and empathy and respect, guess what? It impacts your life in general because it's going to make you a kinder and more empathic and more respectable person to everyone else you interact with. The way you treat people who can't do anything for you will rub off on the way you treat people who you believe can do things for you. So it will end up affecting the relationships with the people you truly care about. So treat everyone the same way. It pays off so much. I mean, I used to be one of those people who thought that way. I mean, I would ignore homeless people. I would ignore strangers. I wouldn't even make eye contact with them or smile at them or say hello when walking past them when I was younger. I just acted like nobody existed besides me. And I thought that could work. I thought that it wouldn't affect my relationships with the people I cared about. But it did. Because the more you act in that way, the more it becomes a part of you. And then inevitably it will rub off when you're talking to people you actually care about. So treat everyone the same way. Be empathic with everyone, even if people piss you off and annoy you. Just learn to respect other people, but always aim to understand them, especially when you don't want to, especially when it's someone who you really don't like. Try to understand them. It'll maybe make you like them a bit more, but not to the point where you'll want to keep them in your life. And that's okay. I'm not saying you should turn your enemies into friends. I mean, that's not always a worthwhile thing to do, but at least try to understand other people. It's just such a powerful tool for life in general. And especially as you get older and you're working at various jobs, empathy is huge. It can help so much in business. For instance, I studied entrepreneurship in college, and empathy allows you to close negotiation deals with other companies. because the more you try to understand what the other people want, and you try to understand the way they're feeling while you're negotiating with them, you can talk to them in a way where you respect their feelings and acknowledge them, and then work towards a deal that works for both parties, rather than where usually both parties try to screw each other over, because that's how business seems to be, even though empathy and kindness will actually elevate business far more. But hey, it takes longer for profits, and shareholders do not like waiting for their profit. So anyway, that's a completely different tangent. I could go off on business for hours, because yeah, it needs more empathy in it to the world will be a better place. But anyway, I hope you realize now that I'm rambling that empathy is really important for your life in general. Strive to understand other people. Strive to respect them. That even means respecting their physical space and that sort of thing. If you can tell someone doesn't want other people near them, then respect that. Just try to read people better and understand the way they're feeling in the moment. Because there are clues. You can tell. Body language is a huge thing. But beyond that, you can always kind of bounce things off of other people in the form of questions. If you don't know how someone is feeling about something, ask them. If you're not sure how your words affected them, ask them. If you can't read other people's minds. So try to verify your thoughts or what you think about them by asking them. It helps so much, and people love it when you try to understand them, because so few people actually do that, especially in today's world where we've all become so freaking polarized by the media and political landscapes and the chaos of COVID and the world in general right now. Empathy is needed now more than ever in the history of this planet. So please practice it. It'll make your life better. It'll make the world a slightly better place as one by one people become more empathic. Anyway, I'll step off my soapbox now. I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.